Look, I'm sorry, guys. I just don't want to give them any more ammunition than they already have.
Yes, and we all know how cruel a parent can be about the flatness of a child's pillow.
Give any more ammunition than they already had. Meaning, to give someone more reasons or evidence to criticize, blame, or attack you, on top of what they already have. Example, he stayed quiet during the meeting because he didn't want to give them any more ammunition than they already had. Ammunition meaning is something you use to attack, defend, or support your position, either in a real fight, like bullets in a gun, or in a verbal or argument sense, like reasons, facts, or proof. Example, her bad behavior gave the teacher more ammunition to punish her.
You're scaring me. I mean, you're like all chaotic and twirly, you know? Not in a good way.
Chaotic, meaning very messy, confusing, or out of control, where nothing is in order. Example, the classroom was chaotic after the teacher left. Twirly, meaning spinning or twisting around, having a lot of curls or loops. Example, he had twirly hair that looked like small spirals.
Oh, like I wasn't dreading tomorrow enough, having to give it back to him. Hi, Barry. Remember me? I'm the girl in the veil that stomped on your heart in front of your entire family.
Dreading meaning feeling scared, nervous, or worried about something bad that might happen. Example, I'm dreading the math test tomorrow. Stomp, meaning to walk with heavy steps, often because you're angry, or to hit the ground hard with your foot. Example, the kids were stomping on the floor while dancing. They were hitting the ground with their feet.
All right, when'd you have it on last?
Boy, probably right before she lost it.
You don't get a lot of doy these days.
Doy is sometimes used as a silly or sarcastic version of duh, to mock someone for stating something obvious. Example, of course fire is hot, doy.
Kind of puts that whole pillow thing in perspective, huh, Mon?
Kind of puts in perspective. It helps you see the situation more clearly, or realize that something is not such a big deal after all. Meaning, now the pillow problem feels small after this big issue.
What does she mean by involved?
I mean, presumably, the biggest part of your job is done.
And the most enjoyable.
Presumably meaning used when you think something is probably true because of the facts you have, but you're not 100% sure. I assume so. I guess that's what happened. Example, she didn't answer her phone, presumably she's still asleep.
I know this is going to sound unbelievably selfish on my part, but were you planning on bringing up the whole baby lesbian thing? Because I think it might take some of the heat off me.
Take the heat off, meaning to reduce the stress or shift the attention, blame away from someone. Examples, the new scandal took the heat off the mayor.
There are people like Ross who need to shoot for the stars, with his museum and his papers getting published.
Shoot for the stars, meaning to aim for something very big, high, or difficult to achieve, to set very high goals in life, even if they seem impossible. Examples, don't be afraid to shoot for the stars.
They're happy with what they have. They're basically content, like cows.
Content, meaning happy and satisfied with what you have, not wanting more. Examples, after a big meal, he was very content.
So, Ross, what's going on with you? Any stories? No news? No little anecdotes to share with the folks?
Anecdote, meaning a short, interesting, or funny story about a real event or person, usually something that happened to you or someone you know. Examples, he told a funny anecdote about his first day at school.
You know, as someone who's recently been dumped.
Well, you may want to steer clear of the word dumped.
Steer clear, meaning to avoid someone or something because it might cause problems, danger, or trouble. Examples, you should steer clear of that bad neighborhood at night.
You're not actually suggesting Helen Willick Bunch Geller, because I think that borders on child abuse.
Of course not. I'm suggesting Geller Willick Bunch.
Borders on, meaning to be very close to something, almost like it is that thing, usually used for feelings, qualities, or behaviors. Examples, her excitement borders on craziness.
Are you welling up?
No,
You are.
I
You
am-
are. You're welling up.
I'm not.
You're going to be an ant.
Welling up, meaning When tears or liquids start to rise and fill your eyes, usually because you're feeling very emotional, like sad, happy, or touched. Examples. Her eyes were welling up with tears during the sad movie.